It popped up. Okay.
We're live.
Okay. Cool. You're kind of your audio is kind of weird.
Oh God, why? Huh? Should I get closer?
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
That's maybe better.
No, you're like crackly. You're crackly. You've got
what
like
the fuck?
yeah.
Oh, that's probably just a Wi-Fi issue. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
This is the
Station audio.
least
so bad.
organized one we've done so far.
Yeah, this is the worst.
It's the worst.
Worst show on television.
Burn up.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
Is
the
everyone
chat.
How's voice levels, everyone?
Yeah, our voice level's good. Am I too quiet like I somehow inevitably always am? Oh, what's the link? Shit, I gotta give fucking Ah!
Oh, sorry, Bartok.
Bam. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. Isaac's a hair quiet. God damn it.
I can turn you up. Are you turning up?
I turned myself up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just watch my levels.
I think that's okay. That's
okay.
okay.
Probably fine. We're probably fine.
Right. What's happening? What's the news?
What's the news?
NAM happened. NAM happened.
NAM did happen.
There was no synths at NAM this year.
It was really kind of disappointing. Verbose put out one module, like an envelope follower that's like 20 HP.
Audio input thing. Oh no, it's got frequency tracking, which might be good.
Cool. I think it's all analog.
Might be shit.
I don't know if it's like nice digital frequency tracking.
It rarely works well. That.
Yeah.
I mean, the MS-20 one is kind of fun, but it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, you get it for the shittiness.
It's just
you know,
funky,
it's like a cool effect.
Yeah.
It's like how like frequency shifters don't actually do like a.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh, Cascadia, right? Cascadia. Yeah. Fuck.
Yes. I think it looks okay. I think it's cool. Mm-hmm. It's not that exciting? Question mark.
Yeah, it's like. I think it's definitely a cool upgrade to like the Atlantis because it's definitely just like an Atlantis plus. I think.
Yeah, kind of.
I like all the faders. I like the interface. I like all the stuff they've crammed in there. It's expensive, but they've probably put about $2,000 worth of modules in it. I mean,
yeah,
with how much it does.
I think maybe we look at these things as people who already have quite a lot of modular and are already quite deep into modular, in which case the Cascadia maybe isn't for you because Bartok turned up.
Oh,
hey,
hi Bartok. Hello.
Oh, I love that green screen.
Yeah,
going on
the brick
to hide the office in the background.
Yeah, we were just discussing the Cascadia and how it's maybe not for the insanely, modular synth brain rotted, people that we are at this point. But it does look like it would be really cool. Maybe not for like a total beginner, but like someone who wants to get like a really nice semi-modular, like...
Yeah.
It's kind of more fully featured than like the Taiga or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think it might be as interesting as the sequencer you use with it, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have anything. It's got MIDI built in.
It's got MIDI. I do like it's got MIDI in out through, I think. I do like the effects loop, the thing where you can just put like pedals in and it just like works. Like I feel like that's a really nice feature that more of these things should have. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
For just like making pedal stuff easier because everyone likes using pedals. You have to put like something like that where it's like a big mono synth. You have to put it through effects or like what are you doing?
Yeah. Eh,
Eh,
I mean,
it's all right.
it's
Cool.
all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, again, could be good for someone who wants to get started, or
Or like a non-modular person who wants a little taste of
yeah,
it, you know. Um,
right.
it's odd, yeah. Uh,
Eh,
eh.
I would have
Yeah, I don't
liked
know
to.
enough about it to say anything right now, other
Yeah,
than like the initial demo they did, and that's about it.
yeah, I would have liked to have seen some like a bit more flavor in it. They just
Yeah,
did that flurry module, which is like
that
cool
thing's really
digital
cool.
noise stuff.
Well, actually, they did build the flurry into Cascadia. The noise on Cascadia
Oh, does it
you
do
can
that?
replace with any of the digital flurry algorithms if you
Okay, okay,
want.
that's
So
nice.
it does actually have that in it. But it would have been nice for there to be like one analog normal oscillator and then like a Platts or some shit, you know, like something wacky.
Yeah, because they make
But
interesting stuff. They've just
they
not put
do,
it
they do.
not
They've
put
got
it in here.
like it's probably a licensing thing too because all their cool digital stuff is like coded by other people like the Planck or whatever
Nah,
is like them and someone else, but
that sounds like an IntelliJ problem.
yeah, not my problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's cool.
Was there other NAM news? Let's see.
No, there was the new ALM modules pop up in
Oh
London.
yeah.
That was cool. Or is
What are
cool.
we calling those?
What, like in opinions on the modules? Oh,
No, how'd you pronounce the name?
oh, TASM O, I would say, or
Tasmo?
TAS. Would you call? No, I would say TASM O because there's specifically there's a the hyphen. I
Yeah,
think. Um,
sure. Tasmo,
Tasmo
Tasm O.
Tasmo sounds better, but TASM O. I mean, TASM O sounds awkward though. I see both. I see how you do both.
It
So
does sound awkward.
It
yeah,
does sound awkward.
through zero VCO.
Another 2130 oscillator with the
Little.
same chip.
Yeah, I
uh,
mean ALM's first analog VCO. I think
that's cool. That's good for them. Good for
uh,
them. Proud of them.
MCO was digital, and
It's like
then
wavetables. Yeah.
yeah, Sid Guts is digital.
Achemes is digital.
He's
All the Tycho
yeah,
things
all
are
the
all.
titles are digital, and
Yeah.
then Axon 2,
Axon
Pam's
2
Squid
coming in with the worst jack
standard.
placement, the
It's not
worst
that
panel layout
bad.
of all
Come
time.
on.
No, it's the worst thing ever. It is absolutely as bad as it
But
possibly could have been. uh, cause like it's like there's you're already making it 8 HP, right? Like
yeah,
why like even if you look at it, the jacks aren't even centered. They're actually smushed up further to the right. Like there's so much space to just space it better, I guess. Or put four of them at the bottom and put the knobs up top. I don't know. It just
That's what I was thinking. I really don't like when the jacks are down the middle, like up
yeah.
top or on bottom. That for a flow of cables and everything else that it's going to, it makes it so much easier to then when you got to fiddle with stuff or press buttons, you're not having to like move
Or I
cables
would
out of the
say
way.
if it's vertical, like put it near things that aren't like don't put it near knobs basically because like you can have vertical next to a bunch of buttons and like buttons are easy to press, you know, you don't have to
Yes.
like get your two fingers in there and kind of wiggle in. um DJ MGR makes a good point saying it looks good as long as you're right-handed. I imagine if you're left-handed it's much worse to use because you're coming in from the wrong side, so they're always blocking you. And I guess you'd want to put it on the left side of the module that it's expanding. I don't know. It's cool, I guess. And then the buttons can be assigned. I don't know.
I yeah, I need to look into that actually. So I checked the manual for Squid, and I think
Yeah.
they're set to one's a mute and the other one's a different mute. So they're not
Huh.
like assignable to whatever you want yet.
Oh, it's just like one thing.
I get the impression they will be, but it's not
It'll just be a
in
future
yet.
thing, yeah. That'd be nice if you could have it as like a big record button or something, you know? That kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. That's cool, I guess. It's Teddy! Oh, Teddy. And hi, Sophie. Him.
Thank you. Sorry. If you want to talk about annoying physical things about modules,
Uh-huh.
new ADAC module,
Ooh.
303. It's a 303 module, but it's 9 HP. So, hey,
Ah,
you can
I
put it
think
next to your squid sample and get exactly 30.
some people like I was having the horrible compulsion. I was like, wow, this I was working on an expander for the because I was looking at the droid stuff and I've been thinking about this breakbeat module, and I was like, oh, I want to use these big buttons that the droid uses, and I want to have 2 rows of them on a little thing. And I was wondering, like, I was trying to measure it out on 4 HP, and I was wondering why they don't fit, and I realized all the droid expanders are 5 HP, or like the skinny ones are
Um,
5 HP.
oh, they
Um,
come with it. They come with blanks though.
They come with blanks, but still, they're 5 HP, which is
I
just
think they come with 2 HP blanks actually. So,
that's
yeah.
so much worse. That's so bad.
No, they don't. Sorry, they come with. I'm using an Instro one, but
Oh, they come with 3 HP blanks.
no,
Then you lose 2.
don't.
Um,
You do need blanks between them because they're pretty tightly packed. Hold on.
oh, acid source. Yeah, this ADAC thing. I didn't see this. This looks cute. Oh, it's like a whole little. It's like a whole mini 303. Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
little
those
303.
those guys. But I love those buttons, and I'm going to be using one of those. But I actually have them here. Hold on. Little baggy. Of those
Oh yeah,
buttons.
nice.
I love them, but you can't do 2 of them in 4 HP. You have to actually do 2 of them in 5 HP because they're
Okay.
ever so slightly too big. Um,
Hmm.
it's one of those things where the physical size of the button is larger on the bottom part than it is on the actual part you press. So
Got
it's,
you.
but yeah, no, odd HP things are always kind of frustrating. I think the bigger you get, the less sense it makes. Like when you get to like the
Yeah.
squid sample, like the squid has absolutely zero excuse to be a weird value. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason it should be that. It's what, like 21 HP?
Yeah.
It's odd. It's weird. I used to have the Bifaco, their MS-20 filter. Yeah, I love
What's
the
backwards?
squid.
Oh. Oh well.
Huh.
Yeah. 21.
Yeah.
It works.
I used to have the Bifaco, the BF-22, their dual MS-20 filter. It was great, but it's 17 HP for no reason.
Like that's fine. It's
I
fine.
mean,
If
I
more stuff was
guess.
odd sizes, it would be easier.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. If it was more standardized, or not standardized, if it was less standardized.
Less
I
standardized.
guess?
Yeah.
I like to think that they were thinking of coming up with an expansion that was going to be also odd numbers, and then it'd round up.
But the Axon is 4 HP. If it was 3 HP, I would have been like, oh, that makes total sense. It's like another reason for someone to buy your expander. You know, it's a marketing ploy at that point.
All right. More news. SSF Ultra Perk is out.
Oh yeah.
It's alright.
How is alright?
It's alright.
The kick is really cool. I
kick's
don't know
good.
about the perk.
It's about as good,
Yeah, okay.
except
Oh!
that like
Okay.
I kind of want more stuff from a percussion module.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I want shakers or
Yeah, a little bit of
tambourines
noise,
or
something like
stuff.
that. Yeah.
It's got noise. It has a noise
No.
source in it.
But it's like snare toms, right? Kind of
Yeah, snare
tambourine,
toms,
yeah.
and it's analog synthesized
Analog,
percussion
yeah.
sounds.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, DivKid's
Little
got a good
disco.
video. He
Beep,
did.
beep, boop, boop.
He knows this stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
Also, new making sound machines, Farb,
I was gonna mention
Filter, and the other ones.
the
I think it's just one out at the moment. I think it's just the filter.
Yeah. As it was kind of funny. Yeah, it was kind of funny because on Red Means Recording, apparently on the RMR Discord, he had someone had posted it, and they're like, they've misread it as fart bypass, not
Yeah.
farb bypass.
Clearly a very mature Discord.
They look really cool. I like the lights.
Apologies.
They're really pretty.
Yeah, they look good. I know
Um,
the high pass one has a tilt after the filter,
That's cool. I
which
like
is
that.
quite nice. He said they tried both, and after was more interesting.
Mm.
Um,
I'm very seriously considering getting the low pass one because I've been really wanting like a 4 HP filter, and I've also been really wanting a like transistor ladder filter, and it's both. So like, might as
I
well go
think
for
they're
it.
DIY friendly.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
not expensive either. It's like I think I
yeah,
mentioned
pretty
they're
cheap.
like it's like 80 or $60 for the kit. You know, I want to say $60 for the kit for the filter, which is just nice, just good. Um,
Yes.
and filters and stuff.
Yeah, they look cool.
They look cool.
Um,
There was also there were a couple other things. There's a weird new. This is not rocket science, and Error Instruments have put out a
oh
little
yeah,
Daisy effects module called White Rabbit. That's kind of funky. You
yeah.
know?
It's a time-based effect module.
Yeah, seems nifty. Um, I like more effects modules. I mean, it's cool. I think it's just I don't know. It's got kind of that flavor of like Error Instruments weird in it, which is neat. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's got error instruments weird with rocket science engineering.
doing. I assume they did the DSP probably. I would guess
I
maybe.
think they did more or less everything.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think I'm
it's
not really sure.
inevitably it's just a Daisy, right? Like it's got
I
to
don't
be.
think it is.
Oh
The
really?
4MS one.
No,
No,
the
the
can someone link it in chat?
oh fuck. Yeah, here I'll grab it. No, but the 4MS things were cool too. That was another NAM thing that actually
Yeah.
happened. You were there.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Oh
was
yeah,
it
it was
like,
Nam.
Bartok?
What was good?
Sorry. What?
What was NAM? How was good?
I'm bad to be a NAM correspondent because I just stayed at the Soma booth the whole time.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I did swing by the 4MS, just because I think we were talking about it in the DIY channel.
Yeah.
And then there were some questions about, let's see, I'm trying to find those. But they did say that it is using the Daisy.
Or it's like
Well,
they
that was
made like their own like Daisy patch SM. They made their own like submodule.
yeah. With that little breakout
Yeah.
was their own. But what they said is you could use the Daisy on the module, but not their little thing on other things that require that you would use a Daisy on. So,
I wonder how that works. But they look cute. I like that they're doing I like that they're doing DIY modules again because it's been a
Yeah.
while since they put out something DIY. They used to be all DIY, back when they were still like pedals, and they look really nice because it's just one channel of the sampler, or it's not
it's
quite one channel of the sampler. It's a stereo
no,
channel.
it is what it is when well, yeah, it is one channel. It might
Uh,
have a stereo, but it is
It's just
one channel of it. Yeah.
And then a channel of the dual looping delay, which is like fucking awesome because the dual looping delay rules. And I could totally see just wanting a mono version of that because it's got a really nice I really like the kind of clock divider that's built into the dual looping delay is really good
Yeah.
because more things with like tap LFOs and clock dividers. I'm thinking about just any time I make a module that needs a time based thing or needs a clock in it to just stick like a little divide thing and a tap tempo because it's just so nice.
Yeah.
Especially when you can like ping it because what you can do is what I like about the DLD is sometimes I'll use it as master clock if I'm running with like live, like I'm using the key step as my sequencer. because you can send a clock to it and it will ping it and set its rate. But then if the clock stops, it keeps going at that same rate. So if you have like sequencers or something that's like relying on that clock to keep going, it can kind of stay happening, you know.
Yeah.
And then when you press play again, it'll kind of like jitter for a second, but then work.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Kyle, people have
what?
asked about your sitar sounds.
Yeah, they're just in the background.
Nice.
It's just radio music. There's nothing.
Oh,
It's nothing fancy.
there you go. Yeah.
Something else new I'd like to talk about. Critter and Gutari 5 Moons.
Yes,
I
that
think
thing.
looks really cool.
I think it looks nice as well. I think it's cool that people are doing these kind of little desktop like kind of just companions. It'll be really good with like if you're doing like a kind of nice little ambient like portable rig where you just want like just a little looper MIDI multi-track thing. It looks cute.
Yeah.
It'd be fun with like a Volca or even like you know just anything. I don't know.
Yeah, just anything. Yeah.
Just anything.
I think it's so simple
Yeah.
that it's quite good, I think.
Yeah. There were some complaints about the labeling on the front of it.
The lack of labeling.
The lack of labeling.
Yeah.
And I think I have mixed feelings about it because on one hand, yeah, that's annoying and like it should probably just have like, even like burnt into the wood, or laser etched.
Yeah.
Is that how they do it? Yeah. Like it might be nice, but on the other hand, it is kind of a beautiful object. Like it is really pretty just being just a panel of wood with the buttons. Like I do like it aesthetically a lot.
Yeah.
Just without anything.
I mean, they don't really
label
do
anything.
icons. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So
The
Organelle
Organelle
doesn't have any.
and
The
the
Rhythm
video
System doesn't have
thing.
any. The IZ does, I think.
Oh, does it?
I think so.
It was just a
is it?
metal box with knobs on it.
It might be.
Maybe. What is
yeah.
it called? IZ?
I think it looks easy enough to use that I don't think
You need it.
it'll be an issue after a day of using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully, I mean we'll see. But it's kind of like a DAW-less thing, a little kind of jam box. I think that's quite cool.
IZ has a couple unhelpful icons.
Yeah. It's yeah. There's like was it one icon per knob or something?
Yeah. And the Organelle basically has nothing. It's got numbers.
It's got a screen though.
Oh yeah. The video scopes don't have anything on it.
No.
The microphone, I didn't know they made this. That doesn't have anything on it.
No.
Yeah, the 5 Moons, it's so pretty. It looks like a thing you would find in IKEA. It
Yeah.
looks like a teenage engineering
Like a
thing.
bento box or something.
Yeah, it's cute. Or just it's like a little design object. It's pretty.
Yeah.
I like it.
You could do an overlay really easily if you
You could
That'd be
just take
simple.
a permanent marker to
Yeah,
go full Forestine and just Sharpie on it. Like
just sand it off.
great. Yeah. There you go.
It's
I wonder if you can remove the box and then just like paint on it. I bet you can do a really pretty. Like,
yeah.
kinda
As
paint
far as I
canvas.
know, it's PLA and wood. So
Oh, is it?
probably, if you wanted, you could probably just like take the board out and put it in your own box.
It looks like there are 4 screws holding it onto the front, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
if you unscrew those, it probably just pops right off.
Yeah, it's probably a single circuit board. You could just
Yeah,
put it in
I guess.
whatever box you want. You
It's
could
cute.
I wonder if it would fit in Eurorack.
Oh, maybe.
Might fit in 3U if you made like a breakout for the connectors.
Well, the connectors are actually on the front panel, though.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the
Oh,
only
no,
thing you
but
need is the power, and you put that on the
USBs
back.
in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a project for someone.
Yeah. I like also that it's not like so insanely expensive that you would like be like, oh, this looks completely unviable. Like it's fairly reasonably priced for this kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is
Because
good.
what are your other options for that
I mean, like,
case?
I guess one of the big Tascam mixers, I guess, which
Yeah.
are all more things,
They're quite industrial.
and they're kind of it's a whole
looking.
thing. There's the teenage engineering thing, which is very expensive.
That's not a recorder. That's just a
It
mixer.
is a recorder.
Is it a recorder?
It's a recorder.
Does it record?
It's
Oh.
it's a recorder. It's an interface. It's got synths in it. It also has a drum machine.
You
It has,
sure?
yeah, positive. It's weird.
Well, they've got a microphone now, so
It. Oh wow. Oh yeah. It's the TX6. Yeah. No, it's got a wavetable synthesizer in it as well. Like it's a full thing. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it records though. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, Heck is
Pro
saying
Mixer-
it records now.
Yeah, audio interface, tempo sync, internal synthesizer, sequencer, tuner. Yeah, 3-band EQ, configurable knobs, effects. Oh, maybe it doesn't. DJ mode. Oh, it must record something onto it. Multi-track elegance. Oh no, it is just an audio interface. Never mind. You're right. Yeah, you have to connect it to your DAW to multi-track. Okay. I was wrong. Whatever. Not like anyone has it. I've not met a single person who actually is
we're getting them in soon, so you can have a
Oh
look.
shit. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll meet a person. Wait, have they brought the price down? They have.
Okay.
It used
Hey!
to be 15, it launched at 1,500. It's 1,049 now. What do you know?
Same as the mic, then, right?
Same as the mic. So
I-
you can.
I think the mic's actually quite a good deal.
Yeah,
That might be controversial to say, but it's got
mics are expensive.
the same capsule that's in a Neumann mic and the same DAC thing as a Motu. So it's like
good.
high end stuff in a high end chassis, and it's an interface.
You know, that's something where it's like, I can see that being because you're moving past like synth people at that point. Like it'd be really good for film, I imagine.
They've got like example setups on the site, and one of them has 3 mics and the mixer. And I'm like, yeah,
Oh my god.
that seems unlikely to ever be
Excessive,
done by a normal
but-
person.
Oh yeah, it's got the tripod. It comes. Oh yeah, so you can put a little mic stand tripod. No, it does actually look quite good. It's more utilitarian than like the mixer feels like they've put too many things in there where you're like, oh yeah, only like no one who's I don't know. The mixer's in that weird in between place between like super hi-fi audio enthusiast and like I play synths to make beat boops, you know,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Where this seems like it's very specifically like you are a professional user that needs a high-end microphone for portable recording, which is something that is very valuable. Like if you look at like the MixPre 3 and that kind of thing, those are really nice, but they're also really expensive. And so it's not actually that, you know.
Yeah, nice
They're
mics are
sort of nice
expensive.
on them.
Nice mics
Nice
are
mics are
really
expensive.
expensive.
I have the mic I'm on right now is a Tascam DR100 Mark II, which is not made anymore.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I was given this because my dad bought a MixPre. But it's nice, and it's like one of those things where it's just like, don't have it.
Yeah. I think that's all the news I can think of that's happened. Like,
That's all the interesting news.
all the interesting news.
Oh, there's the Clatters thing, which is cool. Clatters made an oscillator. I like
Yeah.
it. I want it.
Yeah. There's more modules.
More modules. I've been working on stuff personally.
Do your
Me?
thing.
You
Yeah,
want
what do you
me?
got? What do you got going on?
Well, have I got news for you? So, I have been working on some demos for sort of working on one of these things. This is a Pi Pico. That side. Pi Pico. And there's this guy is called Infinite Digits on everything. And he does a bunch of scripts for like the Norns and all that jazz. And he put out a video on his Instagram where he's talking about, he was showing off that he had gotten like full breakbeat sequencing running on a Raspberry Pi Pico. And I was like, that is so cool. Do you want to make a Eurorack module? And he's like, sure. And so we have been working on making a Eurorack module. And I've kind of been, it's been like the thing I've been kind of balancing against exam shit just to keep me sane. And I should probably just play what it sounds like because it's really cool. But I have it plugged in over here. So, you can hear that. all the effects that it's applying are being done on board. So you can turn up the tempo. You can lock. You can add distortion or wavefolding. You can change the sample. It just goes. And yeah, the audio is not that bad for what it is. It doesn't have a DAC on it.
Don't say that on the product page.
Don't say that. The audio's not good enough. No, it's got a really nice quality audio output for what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so we've been working on. I actually have I have a thing posted. Oh no, I've ruined it. I have been working on panel mock-ups. Ta-da.
Nice.
Top secret design documents there for panel mock-ups. The final thing will be 6 HP. It'll be available in hopefully blue and also black and white because no one likes my blue panels.
I like the blue panels.
Thank you. I'm glad Kyle doesn't like my.
I'm saying nothing.
But yeah, so I've just been working on making it. It's going to be all through hole and DIY-able, and it's like all pretty common parts. So there's no weird surface mount shit. There's no crazy expensive chips. You don't have to buy stuff from Alpha Repar. No, nothing. The most expensive thing is the Pico, and Picos are not that expensive. So it can run on a stock Pico, or you can get one with more flash on it, and you can hold more samples. And it'll do 100 samples on a stock Pico and 200 if you get a 16 meg one, which is all right for 8-bit 22 kilohertz samples. Or I think actually it's been up to 32 kilohertz right now.
When you say 200 samples, how long is that?
200 4 or 5 second like loops,
Okay.
breakbeat loops. But ideally, when it's done, there'll be a sample interface for loading stuff onto it. So hopefully, when it's done, it'll be plug and play. So there'll be a micro B port on the back, but it'll also be set up so you can get one of those little breakout things that brings the port to the front. And you should be able to connect it to your computer, go to a web app, click connect, and then drag and drop samples into it, and it'll just load them on.
You should make the pinout compatible with the Instro USB expander.
That is a good call, actually. Well, it's just any USB expander that has a USB Type A, so it'll work with the IntelliGel one. I think it'll work with the Olivia Arts one that just came out. It's just because it's like the Pico will be positioned down, so it just will be in like a non-intrusive way to get the USB in there. Because SD cards are like more expensive, and it's kind of harder to get stuff loading off an SD card.
Yeah.
It has beads attenuate randomizers on it, which I think is fun because who doesn't love those? And also a trigger output, so you can either pass the clock. A really cool thing he's got going is that it will it can take incoming clock and it'll detect your sample BPM and then change the speed up or slow down your samples to perfectly match an incoming clock. So it does synced sample playback. And
is it doing? Is it slicing up the breakbeats intelligently, or is that?
Yes, I believe so, actually.
Okay.
Because it also, there's a thing in there, there's a spectral analysis algorithm that can detect when kick drums hit and then send a trigger output when kick drums hit.
Cool.
So you could sync up a kick module and use that, or you could use it for like a sidechain if you wanted to sidechain stuff to your breaks.
So what does it do if you put, say, vocals on it?
That's a good question. We have not tried yet. I want to try it with some like vocal loops or even just full songs and see
what it does.
Because ideally it'll have the kind of the break knob in the middle will be like how much is it going to fuck up your samples. So like it'll go from just straight playback to like complete total like unlistenable destruction, which good stuff.
Yeah.
It's
a
oh, we got you a little Kyle is broken. Hello again.
Fucking aggregate shit.
At first, I thought that was a comedic effect.
That was part of it, right?
The timing was really good the first time.
So I think I mentioned to you I had the Ginkgo grains way back.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
did the similar kind of thing on a Arduino Nano,
Mhm,
but the
mhm.
sample size was like so ridiculously tiny. It didn't have any
Yeah.
smart clock stuff or like anything like that.
Yeah.
So you should consider scalability as well, because like Through-hole is great for DIY, but it sucks because someone's got to build it.
Yeah, well, I think how it's going to work, at least for now, is that there will be the kind of DIY is sort of a test to see if people like them and if people want them, and if it gets popular or whatever, then we can make like a pro version that'll be all surface mount and it'll be maybe a little bigger, give you a couple more controls, an SD card on the front, like stereo output or whatever the hell people want on it. So I think the part of it is I know Zach, who's Infinite Digits, mentioned he wanted to do it for like workshops, and so having it workshopable will be good. And I'd like to get it on Thonk, and obviously they like DIY things, so it'll be cool. Ideally, it'll be available through Thonk. I might do a small run depending on how many I can solder myself.
Cool.
I like soldering, but so we'll see.
Because I think it's pretty sellable.
I think it's pretty sellable too. Yeah,
like 200 quid.
Yeah. I think it'll be even cheaper
point.
actually to start.
No.
DIY one.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You can't go. No. You can't ever go more expensive, right?
That's true.
So you can only ever go cheaper. So don't say numbers until you've worked out.
No numbers. But anyways, we'll see how it turns out. But I think it should be good. Be excited. I know this was just like an ad, basically. I realize.
Yeah, that's okay.
I've just been.
That's all right.
Yeah. All right. Here's what sucks about it. No. Here's why you shouldn't buy my modules. Yeah. But yeah, it'll be cool. I mean, people seem really interested. Everyone I've been showing it to seems very receptive to it.
Yeah.
And
you can clock out from it'll generate a clock out as well, right?
Yeah. So the trigger output, you can change the mode. So it's got like 4 different modes. So if you want to use it as like a master clock and like a tiny, I think it'll be really good in like really small systems. Like if you had like a palette, you could do like a whole like D&B palette really, really easily with this thing, because it does the sample playback and the sequencing of them. Like, because like you can do all these things on like a sample drum or whatever, but the sample drum doesn't, or even the data bender kind of, but the data bender doesn't play the samples. And the sample drum doesn't do all the glitchy effects itself. You need to put a sequencer into it. So it'll be kind of nice as like a little, just breaks in a box. Cool. We'll see how it turns out.
Interesting.
But I'm very excited about it. It'll be part of a full run of Toadstool stuff that's coming out hopefully soon. This summer I'm going to do an order
is it
on things.
Is it... How do I say this? Oh. Have you discussed who owns this thing? Is it a Toadstool product?
It's a 50-50% split, but it's officially a Toadstool X Infinite Digits. So it'll be like the Casper Bastel things, or even like the 4MS G Hall designs, that kind of thing. So I'm doing all the hardware, I'm doing all the panel stuff, and I'll probably handle all the assembly and shit. But Zach's writing all the code, obviously, and kind of, which is sort of that pre-order group by beta. Maybe we'll see. I might just. I think I've talked to Steve. He's kind of receptive to picking up my stuff. I think so. We'll probably be the first thing. Will probably be either PCB panels or full kits off Thonk is what I'm anticipating. And if they're popular on Thonk, I might do a run of 20 or so of them, depending on how much I can invest into it and how much time I have. And then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Don't want to make any crazy promises.
Investment stuff might be something we can talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Down the line.
Yeah,
right now, we just want to get it working and see what it's like. I might give one to a couple people around here to beta. I might give one to Unperson, see if he likes. He'd like to make a little video or this DIY guy.
So it's kind of radio music-y.
A little bit, a little bit. It's
in that it's reasonably lo-fi audio playing off of Has Radio Music got a DAC? Must do.
Radio Music does have a DAC. It's a 10-bit DAC.
Okay.
So it's 2 bits better, but
Right.
yeah.
But that is,
it's
you
streaming
could
off
do
of Teensy,
potentially
though.
some of the same ideas people do with the Radio Music, or like variations on the Radio Music.
Yeah.
You know, because you can set up what the controls do.
Yeah.
in
Well,
that thing.
actually, I think the whole thing will be like open source firmware, hardware. So if people want to write their own things that do completely different stuff with it, hopefully that shouldn't be like too hard. So if someone wanted to make it be, I mean, you could very well set up the UI as like straight up just a Radio Music. It
Sure,
has actually all the exact same. Actually, it has 4 LEDs in a row, and at least
Yeah,
a
you
knob,
could
so
you could
that's
run
really-
you could run
you
Radio
can
Music.
just
on it.
run
Yeah.
Radio Music on it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so like it can do that stuff, but it's got a little more controls. It's got these Atenu.
Yeah.
I'm actually calling them Atenu rando modulators. I'm gonna get a
Yeah, you
trademark
should
on
copyright that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be cool. And then there's some 1U shit too. LFO, mute mixer, stereo input, maybe an EQ. If I can get the damn EQ working, this thing is giving me trouble.
Yeah. New radio. It is.
It's
I feel like
kind
it
of
could
an
be the
open
new
thing in the market. Yeah.
I feel like it could be the new Radio Music. Like,
yeah, it's not trying to be, but I think people do sometimes use the Radio Music as like a break kind of drum beat thing. I've used it for that for sure. Yeah, because Radio Music's, I mean, that's the kind of rub there is the Teensy is sort of not available. I'm sure Tom's working on one that's on the 4.0 or something, but
I don't
yeah,
know.
maybe.
I don't think he really cares.
That's also fair.
Like, I think he makes stuff he thinks is interesting and then gives
Then
it to
he-
Thonk, and Thonk makes it or sells it,
Yeah.
and then he works on the next thing.
Yeah, because those... Yeah, he just put out that little... Oh, he did another new thing. The new music thing, MIDI controller. The little 8MU, if you've seen that.
Yeah.
It's 8 tiny faders, and I think it's cute.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah, it's cool.
Kind of
He's gonna-
gimmicky.
But yeah, like things that are teensy based are kind of. I mean, I've been talking to this about with Rory. He's working on. Actually, that's a half Toadstool product. The new EuroPie will have a Toadstool Tech breakout board built into it. It has the OLED. The screen will be the
cool.
Toadstool Tech
Oh,
Inoki,
nice.
which Rory is ordering prototypes for as we speak. The new EuroPie is going to be really cool, and I think it could de-seat the Ornament in Crime. It's got 8 CV outputs and 4 CV inputs and a big screen and
Nice.
includers. So I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Heck mentioned the new MobBap filter. I've seen that. It
Alright.
looks cool. I don't really know what's up with it. I like ModBap. I like his panel design. I like his his little the colors he uses are really nice. And I like the silly like configuration thing at the top, which looks like needlessly there's so much shit going on. I love it.
What's it called?
It's called Meridian. Little
There it is.
stereo filter. It does panning, or it's like dual stereo, whatever. Panning filter thing. It has a ping on it, I guess. Oh, and
Yeah.
a crush.
I mean,
Phase shifter.
I mean, filters are all about how they sound, right?
Yeah, it's digital, so I think it's probably sounding interesting.
There is a
It's got-
video.
it's got ladder, OTA, and comb modes in it, so it's
And
kind
vocal
of,
format.
Oh,
Ooh.
I guess it's a little. It might be a little bit like the what's it? The Volt thing. What's that? The Freak, where it's got all the different filter models in it. That's a weird module, the Volt Freak. It's like they made like 50 of them, and everyone who has one says it's like the best filter ever made, but nobody has one. Its gimmick is though it's like a ton of analog modeled like digital filter things. So it's got like, oh, it can be a Moog ladder or a diode ladder or an OTA or all the things.
So the ModBap thing says 256 possible filter configurations. No one's going to use all those.
No, I think that means they've got stereo that can be low pass, band pass, high pass, and also 3 types, and also there's routing. So
Yeah.
looks cool. Reminds me a little bit of Blades, maybe.
Yeah.
Except non analog. And
Looks alright.
yeah, it looks alright. I like ModBap stuff. I've been looking at the transit for a while, which is their little output module, which I like because it's got sidechain, it's got ducking built into it,
Oh yeah, nice.
which is cool, and phones output, which is nifty.
Yeah, that's pretty handy.
Yeah, that and then I don't see a lot of people with it with any of the modbap stuff. I would form more opinions on it if I saw more people like kind of being like, oh yeah, modbap thing is cool. I have it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I have no opinion on
Yeah,
on that stuff.
modbap. I mean, people like
Yeah, same.
doesn't someone have a performer, right?
Egon has the performer.
Egom has the performer. The performer is fucking cool. I like the performer. It's like the SP404 FX section, just in a module, which I think that's nifty. But yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, new modules, new stuff.
New
There's
stuff.
always new stuff all the time. Everyone's always making things. There was
Superbooth's in 2 weeks.
Superbooth
2
is in
weeks?
2 weeks.
A week and a half,
I
something like
heard
that.
something about new Make Noise announcements, which will be cool.
I heard
Make
that.
Noise is coming out with something.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I mean,
Oh.
I genuinely don't
Yeah.
know. I think it might be some kind of spectral multiband thing in O-Coast format.
Interesting. Yeah, they've been
That's my
liking those
prediction.
little O-Coast thingies. They kind of. It's a nice form factor, to be honest. They're nicely sized and they're nice and slim, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's a few things they don't have, but there's reasons they don't have them,
Yeah.
i.e., a normal filter.
Oh, QPOS is so cool though.
Yeah, it's cool, but they're never gonna do like a normal
They're never gonna do a normal filter.
like a
I
normal
mean,
sounding filter.
it would be cool if they put out maybe their surprise announcement will be like, "We made QMMGs again, guys. You can buy them now."
Yeah, or you could buy the tip top one for like £500 less.
Yeah. Not if you're in the EU.
Not from the EU. Yeah.
Vactrals.
Awkward. Yeah. Well, except you can get Vactrals in the EU
just
because we sell
weird.
products with Vactrals in them. I don't know.
Odd.
The whole thing.
Yeah, no, they don't have a couple. They don't have a normal filter. They don't have like They don't have a big mixer. I guess they have Xpon, but they don't really have a larger kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I don't know. They got
I
rid
can't
of
really. I can't see them
Telharmonic.
doing that though. You know, like I
Which-
can't see them
Yeah.
making a performance
Yeah.
mixer. It's just not.
That's It's not Make Noise.
It's not them. Yeah.
It sucks that they discontinued Telharmonic. They killed like my favorite Make Noise module.
They might have something like that. They might have a kind of
maybe.
weird physical modeling.
Digital
type of
thingy. Yeah. Well, because they did just put out the other oscillator, the XPO thing. So
Yeah, the one that no one bought.
no one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they
I don't-
botched that launch a little bit because they unveiled it and then it wasn't available for 3 months or something.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you
Yeah.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what they're doing. I'd be interested to see if it's something kind of weird and digital, or if it's just something else kind of
Yeah.
noisy.
We'll see. It might. I mean, it could be really not that exciting.
Yeah, I could totally.
Who knows?
Maths too.
Yeah.
Everyone loses their shit. I
Yeah.
don't even know what you're doing in maths too, honestly. I don't want to be that guy, but maths is perfect just the way it is.
Reverb.
Oh god, maths
Um,
with reverb.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I can say.
What's the topic? Maybe we can say it for you.
There is new stuff coming from people.
Huh?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, will we at least find out about it at Super Booth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You,
It's not long, and things might even get announced before because people
Some
like
people
to
do
do
it
that.
like the week before.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be new Instro. I'm sure there's going to be new IntelliGel, or maybe not new IntelliGel. They just put out something like a chaos spices maybe.
Yeah, they'll just have the Cascadia and
The
their new
Cascadia there.
things.
Yeah, they kind of did it. It's weird. You get kind of these batches of like everyone does their Nam stuff, and then there's a little bit of a lull, and then everyone does their Super Booth stuff. And
Well, people don't really do Nam anymore.
Yeah,
but
not
people
a
don't
lot
do
of
that.
Nam stuff. No.
Not much Nam stuff.
I think it's just too expensive
Yep.
to do.
Math to grammar. Enthusiastic Electron says, bleh. Do you think that's the pun behind the function junction being called the function junction? Because it's like conjunction Sorry, hold on. Weird thought. You know the create audio thing that's like maths. Do you think they called it function junction and did the whole school theme to kind of rip on the maths thing?
Well, it's
like maths.
It's a function generator, right?
Yeah, it's a function generator, but the name is function, like conjunction junction, like Schoolhouse Rock.
Right.
So
I
maybe
don't know if Kyle knows Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, you guys don't have Schoolhouse Rock in the UK. Oh,
No.
God. You poor bastards.
Yeah.
I was following you.
Thank you. The Americans get me.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, no.
Do you know, actually, if you're on a variety of Discords, you will see a bunch of stuff that's coming because people just post about it. It's
People
not like the smaller companies, especially.
Yeah. I guess doesn't really count as Super Booth, but Castor and Pollux 2 is on the way. That looks really cool. It's got big knobs.
Must be nearly done, nearly ready.
I think it's shipping early summer. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She's assembling them because there was a little oopsie on the board that kind of set stuff back.
I think she should have just left it. Honestly,
just left it.
I don't think anyone would have cared.
Honestly, I really like. I think the solution she came up with is pretty elegant and it looks really clean for what it is. But CMP2 is going to be
a smart person's solution to the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I think she's definitely a perfectionist as well.
The lazy solution would have done. You
Yeah.
just put it in the manual, so it's this way around.
It's this way around. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, people do worse things.
Oh yeah.
There's way worse, weird, arbitrary restrictions. Just put the knob on upside down. Genius. Yeah, ship it with like a reverse D and a reverse pointer, or that doesn't even work. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There's easier ways around it than manufacturing a new little breakout thing and hand soldering it all.
Couldn't have been that expensive. I guess the time is the more expensive thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, if anyone wants a Castor and Pollux 1, I will be selling them.
Yeah.
I would like one. I don't really have the budget to buy a module that I already have the V1 of, but I might sell my Castor and Pollux and buy a new one if anyone wants it. Make up the difference.
She'd probably do you a deal.
He probably would. But I also there's also the appeal of having two of them and getting like 4-voice Juno thing, which is kind of cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
They're really easy to get in tune, which I like a lot. That's one thing that I think it does well, and it will be even better once it has like the octave shifting and the huge tune knob.
Yeah.
Is it'll just be like stupid simple to just get it like performance ready. And there's new modes too, so it kind of the firmware is all hyped up. All Castor and Pollux 1s are getting an upgrade, even though this thing's coming out with the new firmware.
Yeah.
So
it's nice.
That's cool too.
It's good stuff.
Anyways. You were gonna talk about your setup, Kyle.
Yeah, I was.
Live stuff.
Hold on.
Get us the camera.
Bam.
Change.
Right.
Bam.
I've been working on a pseudo Dallas rig.
Yeah.
Using live, but not touching live. I had a few requirements. One of which was that I needed the modular to be the master clock, which is kind of weird. Yeah. But you can do that because live's got a clock in CV thing.
Yeah, there's like a sync thingy.
Yeah. So I've got. Where are we? Can you see that?
I see a troika up way close.
Can you see that flashing?
Yeah.
That's my clock.
Okay. Oh, sick.
And then I've also got. Do you see one lighting up?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my start, stop, reset, transport.
Oh,
start,
very nice.
Which is this button here.
Ah.
and I
That's
can
cool.
control. So I can have droid sequencing and also clocking live,
Nice.
so everything's in sync.
You have 2 droid masters there.
No, just one.
Oh, you got both expanders.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
So that's cool.
Mhm.
And then I've got my audio coming in a ES8 ES6 combo.
Is it SPDIF or whatever?
It's ADAT
ADAT.
because the ES8's only got 4 ins. Sorry, it's only got 4 ins, and I'm using 2 for the clock. So the ES6 gives me 8 more ins for audio, which is good. Audio
Nice.
goes in. I've got some audio happening. That's radio music. Hold on.
Playing our
What's that?
Chinese restaurant ambience.
Yeah. You see that? Flickering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So that comes into live. There we go. You see that?
Oh yeah.
These 4. It's my audio coming in, and that gets routed into machine, which is running inside of live. Look.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. So you're using the machine as kind of like a bridge.
Yeah. So that's my
Live as a bridge.
my 4 ES6 inputs on the modular. And then I also have like this machine running in sync because it's all in live.
Can you have like the machine like do like effects and stuff?
Yeah,
On
I can.
Oh,
I'll show you.
nice. Yeah.
So mixer. This one. No, this one.
Yeah, there's
No,
second
this
channel.
one. What? Group. So can you see I've got effects? They'll be backwards, but
Oh, sick.
and like this. You know, like all weird stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So like effectively I'm using this as a DAW,
Yeah.
which is running inside my DAW, which is syncing everything. You know, and if I hit go, the drums are in sync, playing in.
That's really nice, actually.
And then I use Droid as my Eurorack sequencer, like pitch gate, envelopes, stuff. But it all ties together. And I can take the USB out of Droid, plug it into the video laptop, and have it sync with MIDI to do synced video stuff.
Because your master clock is coming from Droid.
Yeah.
So it's all
Droid.
it syncs everything.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So I can literally have like, you know, that clock going into my video thing via MIDI.
That's sick.
It works well when it works, but the whole like interface thing is a bit glitchy,
Yeah.
as you've heard a couple times. At the moment, I've got this also aggregated, so I can use my mic.
I see. Yeah.
I think that might be where the glitch is coming from. They like if they get out of sync or whatever,
it starts fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my one hesitance to like, because I've been going kind of. Every once in a while I just go on a huge tangent about how much I hate mixers and how all Eurorack mixers are terrible. Really, what would solve my mixing problems is not to buy a hex mix, but to just use a big interface and mix in Ableton, because that gives me everything I need. It gives me effect sense, it gives me compression and EQ and everything as much as I want. The problem is my main hesitance to that is that if I want to use my modular, I have to boot up my computer and run Ableton, which it's kind of counterintuitive to me
Yeah.
sometimes. Like, I would just use Ableton at that point, and I'm too tempted to be like, oh, what if I just start adding Ableton instruments
Right.
in there, and then I start making
Right.
things that are like 70% Ableton stuff, and they don't sound as nice as my when I'm just forced to use the actual hardware that I have. So, I mean, it's a super powerful tool. I don't think it works per se for everyone.
Yeah.
But if you can use it and like use it effectively, like obviously it's so much better
Yeah.
than
Well,
what a
that's it.
modular can just do.
And because I'm
Yeah.
always streaming and
Yeah.
I'm not recording music, I'm only ever streaming music. I need to get it into the laptop at some point to stream
So
it.
yeah, might as well just
So it
do that.
makes sense for me. If I need to transplant this into a live setting, that might be not as desirable
Yeah.
just because of the reliability. But I'll deal with that when that happens.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, it's I like it a lot. I like that you've got the machine controlling it. Like you don't have to actually touch the DAW. You've got like all that stuff.
Yeah, well, that was the thought process was like, I want to be using a DAW, but not ever have to touch the DAW,
Yeah,
and I can control it all with controls. It's pretty nice.
that is nice.
The other downside with this style is USB ports.
Ah,
Yeah,
eh.
because interfaces really want to have a dedicated one. They don't like going
Yeah.
through
And you
hubs.
can't do
For
hubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I find my hub likes to randomly disconnect, so sometimes if I'm on stream, it'll just lose my camera and my audio interface. And the only thing I have two USB ports on my computer. One of them is always for my Ethernet hardline, and then the other one is my hub with everything else. So, because I don't have my laptop doesn't have a thing. I'll get a desktop PC at some point again, or I'll get back my old one or something.
And I don't know if you can get like nice expensive hubs that work, or if that's just a USB thing.
I think it's just a USB
Powered
hub thing,
hubs.
'cause even powered
Right.
hubs can be shitty, honestly. Even powered hubs, nice ones, can be bad. Some things will just be like, doesn't matter. You have to do it through its own port because it's not like, multiplexing or whatever between all the different things.
Yeah, I might look at a nice USB-C hub.
Yeah, might be worth getting.
I'm also going through dongles,
Right.
Dongles,
like-
yeah, fucking dongles,
which
dude.
but
Or,
you can't
or maybe
fit
a
two-
docking station. A docking station
Yeah.
might work out better.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, something like that might
For
work.
Macs at least.
Yeah,
My setup's been a little reinvigorated, but only because I've put a new thing in. I can show it. I can actually show it because I've got everything running in virtual cam. You can see, DJ and JR, you've got the droid cam.
oh yeah,
there.
nice.
It's not reversed, but hold on. I can show it real quick if anyone cares to see. Hold on. This is the setup. So here's the audio here. I'm borrowing a friend's data bender, for one thing. Yep. So that's been kind of cool. I've been messing with it. It's in here for research on the Pico Core thing because it's the closest thing to it, and I wanted to just see how it works. We're gonna steal micro/macro mode from Databender. So if you like that, then I'm stealing it. Then I've got mixing going into this box, which I was doing is this was like its own little independent. It's got my audio output in the bottom here. This is the same one that actually B Bartek that you've printed as well. Oh shit! Wait, did I lose everyone else's audio? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so... Oh, God, no. No, Droidcam went to an ad. No, no. Hold on. Wait, fuck. I think it's back. No. Hold on. Wait.
This is
We're
a
resolving the
disaster.
issue. This is a disaster.
No. Oh, jeez.
Wait, if I deactivate and reactivate it, I think it'll fix.
Uh-oh. We're losing audio too.
Shit. No.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Wait. Deactivate, refresh device list. Device. This. Activate. Okay. Please. I'm begging you. What if I hit stop? I try again. I start. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I'm back. I should.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. We've done it. Okay. Sorry. This little box here is a
The audio is still pretty crunchy.
Fuck. Okay, I can't do
Oh, no.
anything about that.
Wait,
oh,
oh, you're back.
Oh wow. I love this.
Piece of shit. Aggregate device.
Anyways, yeah, so this is like an all weird I did a stream I think with just this weird box. No sequencer. Or the sequencer is the random thing. It's fun. It's like FME. And then over here we've got the normal things. Main thing here is that nothing is new or interesting. EuroPie, I guess. I got this thing. I brought this back from Texas when I got back. I have an SH-101 again. It's broken.
That's not what that says.
It's not. Well, that's because it's not a real SH-101. It's a fake one. Yeah. And I'm allowed to hate Behringer again because the fucking filter pot is bad. And the filter has... Oh, wait, I can demonstrate it, I think. Hold on. Where do I have it plugged into? I think it's here. It's not powered on. Oh, it's not plugged in. Never mind, I can't. Sorry. The filter pot has, like, no range, and it's gotten all crackly, so I think I have to buy a new fader and desolder it and replace it myself, which is annoying.
Is it not cheaper just to buy a new Behringer?
No, unfortunately, it is still a $300 thing. They're coming out with a new one, but like, I don't want to throw out the whole thing because the filter, like, it still works. It's just the filter pot's response is gone a little fucky. So, anyways, it will be fixed eventually. Sorry, this shaky cam is fucking awful. It will be fixed eventually, but as of now, it's a little jank. So yeah, and then PicoCore is here. Here's the one prototype. I've actually got. If you're going to see another top secret toadstool prototype, we've also got this guy here, which is the Toad Time prototype.
Nice.
But yeah.
Very prototype.
Very prototype. The wiring on this one is gorgeous, as you can see. Really beautiful.
Looks like an eyeball.
It does look a bit like an eyeball. That's the encoder. It will be this actual encoder. Well, is the right knob. I bought one of these breadboard helper things. If you haven't bought these, you should buy breadboard helper little PCBs because they're so much better. Like over here, these are so bad. I hate them. I'm gonna buy more of these, or I might make some of my own, just little, or get the mutable ones or something. Anyways, that's all that's new with the Isaac setup. Yeah. Oh god. You know what? I'll be upside down.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
There we go.
Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's all I have.
Nice. Anything new in your setup, Bartok?
Yeah, I got the Ornament 8 from Soma.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Ooh. Weird.
I'm turning it to a Soma fanboy.
Yeah, very quickly. You buy one pulsar, and it's all downhill from there.
Downhill from there. So I haven't spent too much time with it. I've done, I think, just 2 streams, trying to kind of get it under control, figure it out. But that's been really fun. And actually, someone posted. Can I share a link? Can you guys share a link?
Kyle can. Kyle is the arbiter of all things.
Just stick it in YouTube. What?
What the fuck?
Let me.
We haven't said the
Let me
show's
pull it up.
name yet.
But somebody on Reddit posted a module that they made. It's called the 1x8 NPN buddy. And Kyle, I'll send it on Discord to you right now.
Oh.
But it's a module that's to help you trigger the Lyra 8 from your
nice.
Eurorack stuff. So I just there we go.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, you just drop it in YouTube chat too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are the gates not the same? It's got its own like trigger threshold thingy
On what? The
on the
ornament or?
Lyra. You can't just send.
No,
Yeah,
they're
you.
Well,
they're pulled low, right? Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, there's like fast and slow setting on it, but they have a breakout board that can go on top and then receive triggers from either the Ornament 8 or this person made this own module. I guess I think they were working on it because the Lyra has that issue and they were trying to figure out how to do their own triggers to it. So. And it's a passive module. It's really easy to build. I mean, it's just got some
nice.
on-off switches that you throw on.
I
And I think I had to solder some some ICs that and the jacks, and that was it.
I do like how on the back or on the front it does have a red stripe. It has like a power connector, and all the pins are exposed on the front panel next to where you're putting the alligator clips. I like that. I like that's good detail. It seems like it's
actually,
very easy to short out your power supply.
Yeah, maybe I'll put glue on it or something.
Yeah.
I would epoxy over that or some shit. Yeah, or just a little duct tape.
Yeah, some tape would be good, but they're so long that you'd have to like really get in there.
Yeah.
But it's basically just a bolt going through it that's screwed from the bottom.
Nice.
But I thought it was pretty interesting. I'll have to test it. I haven't had a chance to test it yet.
Yeah.
But that's what I got going on.
Nice.
So the Ornament 8 sequencer, kind of not a sequencer, kind of is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so it's a sequencer that's not really like a when we think of like, let's say, an 8-step or a 16-step sequencer, we think of a continuous sequencer that goes from step 8 through 1 through 8 or 1 through 16. This one is different, where each cell is individual, so you have a time control for each step, and it will only go to the next step if you loop it and tell it to go. So there's a trigger out that you would then connect to the trigger in of the next cell that you want it to move to, and it doesn't have to be in that order.
So it's like a digital, like a state machine where you kind of have to tell it exactly what to do, and it can repeat itself and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's kind of as far as I've gotten with it. It does have some CV in and out that I don't really fully understand how it works.
Yeah.
Well, that's the joy of new gear, is learning how to use it, learning how it works.
Learning how it works, trying to watch videos and understand, and then go back and play with it and realize you didn't really understand, and then try it again.
Make it sound good, goddammit.
Yeah.
Or make it sound bad. Both are fine.
Yeah.
But I think I did a stream last night and 2 or 3 nights ago with the pulsar and the ornament. Just trying to get used to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool when I kind of realized, oh wait a minute, I need to patch up the basic functionality of the sequencer.
Yeah.
As you would expect it. But then you realize, oh wait, I can use 2 4-step sequencers, or a 6 and a 2. You can build.
They're all, I mean, you can build a 2-step, a 3-step, and then a 3-step, and they're all completely independent of each other. You can do some syncopated stuff because the the one doesn't trigger until the previous one does. So you can have a
Hmm.
long gate followed by two short gates, and then
Oh,
it goes
that's
back to the
nice.
long gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Um,
do like kind of like I like it when you have sort of something that's like a multi-track or like a drum sequencer where you can set the lengths of each pattern to be something different, so you get that kind of like polyrhythmic phasing where it's like you have a 7-step sequence and then a 4-step sequence and then an 8-step sequence and then a 6-step. You know, it's all kind of
Yeah.
right.
Presumably, you could do um, if you had two twos and a four, you could
Yeah.
have both the twos clocking the four because you can mult with the crocodile clips, right? Would that work? So you could send
Um,
like you could have them like flip flopping and triggering the other sequencer in a really weird
I'd have to
way.
try it because
Yeah.
I've tried that from the ornament to the pulsar of having like a two-step pattern triggering the hat and then a three-step pattern also triggering, and that does not work.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
So I'll try it going the other way, kind of how what you were
Yeah.
saying, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hell
What
yeah.
what don't you have from Soma so far?
The Terra,
Well,
The
yeah,
Soma.
everyone's
Terra.
got
Oh.
that. But I don't have any. Okay, I can't. You're on the
Soma.
list.
Get this man
Um,
the wooden slab.
yeah, I don't have the Divina, which is the
That's the like the violin thing. Yeah.
more yeah cello-y based
Yeah.
two string instrument.
I
Um,
Mother
I
Deskant has one of those.
yes, Mother
Death
Deskant
Stone
has
one.
one.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's
Um,
actually like it's actually an instrument.
Look, it's like an
yeah,
It's like a,
electroacoustic.
it's like a
It
real
sounds
instrument.
really cool. It sounds really cool. Or at least from what I've seen Des do with it. Like he gets a
yeah.
lot of mileage out of it.
I
What?
did get to play with one over at NAM. I
Oh
was kind of
yeah.
demoing that
Nice.
and sending it through the Cosmos, which is their
Mm.
memory looping
Yeah.
station.
I've played with that
Um,
a bit at Signal. It's very nice. I like it.
yeah, yeah, I do have the
Uh,
Cosmos.
It's cool.
That's one I have.
Yeah. Have you tried?
Uh,
have you tried?
have I tried what?
No, we can't hear you, Kyle.
Oh, we lost you.
We can't hear you.
Uh, have you
There we go.
tried any of the alt firmwares on the Cosmos?
No,
Because
I have
it's
not.
got the normal one, and then it's got like a clocked one, or like
It
more like
does
a
have a
live
clock.
style.
Yeah, it does have a clocked one, and I don't want to try the clocked one because I like that it's not.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the things that I'm really liking about the Soma stuff, that it's not um like as rigid as some other devices, that it's kind of free flowing. Um, but
I'd say,
I could try it and then just go back to the default one.
yeah, I'd say there's no harm in trying. You know, like I have a on my warps. At first, I was kind of like I was hesitant to put like parasites on warps before I
Uh-huh.
learned the base firmware because I was like, oh well, it already does like 8 different things. I should just figure out all those 8 things. But the thing is, the Parasite's warps firmware just has the old one like straight up in it, so it's like, oh well, so most of the time my warps is actually just in normal warps mode, but I have the extra things there to sometimes play with them, you know, if you want it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice
No, I
experiment.
should try it. Maybe I'll get around to it, but right
Eventually,
now I'm
you'll
just
become enough of a power user where you'll be like, oh, you've got it running on everything, all the
right.
alt
Right.
firmware.
Yeah, because they have one version that does pitch control. So
Oh,
then
nice.
the one of the knobs then goes to, I think, like the speed of the playback or the record, and then
Mm-hmm.
another one is more of like the rhythmic version where it's clocked.
Yeah, cool. I've just
Both are nice.
I read about them in the manual, and I never got a chance to actually install it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Is it just a couple official ones, or are they like kind of? Are they like
No, those are official.
they're
Yeah.
official? There's no like fan like third party.
Not as far as I know.
Not that I know of. Yeah.
You'd have to
Get your
crack
SDK or
open
whatever.
the whatever a text file. I don't know what
Yeah.
what the firmware is, but you'd
Yeah,
have to look at what that is.
it's interesting how there are some modules that like really try to put like there are some modules that are like pseudo like, oh, there's a couple firmwares, like you mentioned the radio music does have like chord organ and radio music,
Right.
but there's a couple like third party ones that like kind of no one ever fucks with that are weird, but I've messed with, like there's one that's like an 808 kick and snare on the radio music for some reason.
It's just not as interesting as a radio music.
It's not as interesting as having it as radio music, or like the Qubit, like the Aurora. Like Qubit has a whole page on their website where they're like Aurora
do they?
SDK. Like you can use the Aurora as a dev platform, and there's like nothing there. It's like they're two Aurora firmwares.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's actually made more.
Thing is,
Or like the Desmodius stuff too.
it's actually a false economy.
Yeah.
These things, like a bunch of people have tried it. You know, the Rebel Tech owl stuff and the FACO stuff, and just like people don't do it.
People don't
like a few, like there might be a very few people who really get into it, but it never like takes off.
It's
Yeah.
never like a big thing.
Like because no one can program DSP.
Yeah.
Like 10 people can program DSP.
And no one wants to constantly be like switching through a million programs. Like most people would rather just have like the reason stuff like Benny spheres or whatever on Ornament and Crime is popular is because like people like that you can just load it up and then never mess with it. It's just got all the extra weird things on there, and it's not like I don't find myself ever switching between Benny spheres and hemispheres and the stock firmware or whatever. Like I never do that. I'm just gonna keep it in one mode because like I don't like having to constantly replace module firmware. I think applets, like having little different mini things within it, is maybe the best way to do it. And then, but even then, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Most people just stick with a couple. I don't know. A lot of multifunction modules floating around. As I said, I think the new EuroPie is going to be cool. Keep an eye on that one, everyone. That's my tip to you. Keep an eye on it. Buy the EuroPie X. It's got ACV outputs. It's an open source PAMS. Someone's already made a PAM script for it, so just.
Of course. Yeah, nice.
It'll be cool. It has a Toadstool Tech board in it. That might actually come out before any other Toadstool Tech actual modules come out. So that might be the quickest way to your ticket to having something made by me in your rack. If you're really jonesing for that. No, but it's really cool. I'm really excited for it. Radio music. What is that button?
I didn't have the right button.
Awful. Oh god. I think I got mine actually around here somewhere. Wait. I put mine away for a second. Yeah, here it is. My little guy.
Also,
Oh, wait.
check out that power header.
Oh, dear lord. There's my radio music. You know, my biggest complaint about the radio music as a module is this, right? If you look at it from the side, notice how there's no header there? There's no standoff. You can just
Yeah.
I have multiple times taken it out of my case, it's still been plugged in, and the boards just come apart. And there's really no excuse for it. It's kind of an excuse because the proc modules, which are like technically the same thing, have a header. They have a standoff in there, so they don't do that.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, we shouldn't really complain. I mean, it's like when these came out, it was like pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Given
but like,
God,
do better, Tom. No.
Oh, I've just noticed. You maybe can't see.
Huh.
Can you...
What the fuck is happening there? Oh no! Oh no!
There's a 603 part. Did you see that?
Kyle, why?
There you go.
Holy shit, man!
What is that?
You need to send some better pictures of this into the DIY channel later.
Capacitor 1. Yeah, I'll
That's
take a picture.
horrific.
I'd
Oh,
forgotten about that.
that's horrific.
It works. I mean,
That's truly terrible.
cool.
I don't think anything will ever really replace this because it's got the nice long streaming samples. Like I'll probably keep this in my rack just because you can have like 3 minutes of vocals or like the thing you're doing right now with the background music. You just press play and it'll just play. Forever.
Yeah,
Just let it play. Yeah.
I think you can have one. You can have just one long
You
sample.
use
I
one
think.
long thing on the SD card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I think that's kind of the point of it. Like with the whole station and the radio thing is, I think that was sort of the idea with it. It's not really
Yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to be like a one shot like trigger.
Yeah, the idea is you're
drums or
scanning
whatever.
through a radio and just like picking up
Yeah,
random stuff.
Pulling stuff. So I think it's good for long vocal samples because it has the SD card. So yeah, I think it'll still stay
Right.
relevant if you can buy them, if you can still make them.
Yeah. Well, see, you said your thing, 200 samples, but are they only short samples? You can't have one long sample.
They're not that long, but I would be curious to see. We haven't tested with really long. I don't really know how it works on a
is that-
technical point thing, to be honest. So
Is that like a flash limitation? Do you think?
yeah, so it's something to do with because everything is loaded straight up onto its internal flash. So there's just like a little,
Yeah.
there's like a QSPI thing that just goes to it that just has it. So, like, however it loads from there, I don't know how it streams from the flash. I would assume it could stream the entire contents of the flash in one thing, but it might have some limit. It might only be what it can load into SRAM, so it might be more like only 256 kilobytes of audio at a time.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's the SRAM limitation on the Pico. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll stress
Yeah.
test it. I will
Try
put
things
it in
out.
pieces. I think the online, the web thing will be nice because it'll also auto format things because so you won't have to like convert your things down beforehand. If you drag like a 44 kilohertz 32-bit wave into there, it'll compress it for you to fit on the module. But yeah.
Cool. Okay. Good.
Yes.
Good range.
That
of
was a good,
things.
that was a good what the fuck right there. Yes.
Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it? Considering I did zero prep.
We had a lot to talk about. NAM helps.
Yeah. Well, NAM helps and Superbooth will help.
Superbooth helps.
Oh,
Yeah.
If you
yeah.
want, and like
We gotta do, maybe we'll do a merger. What
we
the
can maybe
feck?
get like making sound machines on or
That would be cool,
or
actually.
something.
That would be a good idea. I mean, yeah, we could get both of them. Maybe.
Yeah, because I'm like connected,
They're amicable.
unlike Heck.
Yeah, I've talked to them.
You know.
They're nice. We need one more.
I'll fix that for next time.
No, don't.
No.
Please. Please don't fix it. It's the best part.
All right, cool. Let's finish up.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
What the
Bye.
fuck? Bye-bye.
I'm gonna pretend I'm Heck.